Welcome back to the class. So last class we learned about basic principle of surveying and basic classifications in surveying. So in this class let's learn about one of the most fundamental topics in surveying, that is chaining and ranging. So first let's begin with chaining. So the chaining is done to measure the distance between two fixed points. Okay. So in order to measure any 2 points, in order to get the detailing, in order to get the linear detailing about any 2 points, we can go for doing chaining. Okay. So in order to understand the chaining properly, let's have an example. Say for example, someone is asking you to make a 10 centimeter line in a piece of paper. Okay. So what you will be doing, with the help of scale, you will be marking two extreme end, that is one at 0 and one at 10 centimeter, and you will be drawing a line. Okay. And if that same person is asking you to recheck whether you have formed the 10 centimeter line correctly or not, what you will be doing, you will be just taking out the same scale and you will be again rechecking it by holding it near that line. Okay. So if you apply the same concept and if you transfer the concept from the notebook to the field, you can reach the concept of chaining. Okay. So here, instead of paper, you will be doing it in a land surface, and instead of using your normal 15 centimeter scale, you will be using your the instruments like chain, tape, etc. Okay. So the tape and chain has been classified into numerous types. So these are the basic instruments used in chaining. So they are classified into numerous types as shown here: Gunter's chain, engineer's chain, revenue chain, cloth tape, metallic tape, steel tape, invert tape, etc. Okay. So all this classification has been made based on the limit till which they can able to measure based upon their structure. Say for example, the Gunter's chain, it can measure up to 66 feet, whereas in case of engineer's chain the limit is 100, and in case of tape they can measure up to 10 meter, 20 meter, 25 meter, 30 meter, etc. Okay. So we can learn about the tape and chain clearly in the class of accessories used in surveying, that is in our next class, along with all the remaining accessories. Okay. So here we have a picture of people performing chaining. So here, in order to measure the distance between this extreme end till here, two people are doing chaining. So one will be holding the chain here, and the end of the starting end of the chain here, and the other person will be holding the end of the chain at this particular point. And this particular person will be having a graduated part, and he will be noting out all the detailing. So after make sure they have measured the distance, they will be just marking the point using an accessories known as arrows. Okay. So we can learn in detail about the accessories in the next class. So next up, let's learn about ranging. So the basic definition of ranging is establishment of intermediate point on a straight line between any two fixed point. Okay. So in case of chaining, we know we can able to measure any 2 point distance between any 2 points, as well as we can able to make a line between 2 points, or we can form a line between 2 points. So the ranging follows the chaining. So in order to form, or in order to develop a intermediate point in the same chain line, we can able to perform it easily, right? So if you know about a straight line, if you know about the straight line that is connecting to extreme end, we can able to form n number of points in that straight line based upon its own reference, right? So that explains ranging. So the ranging can be performed in two ways, that is direct method and indirect method. So the explanation which I gave just now falls under direct method. That is, if you know about the extreme 2 points, if you know about these extreme 2 points, you can mark, or you can form n number of points, numerous points in between these 2 points A and B. Why? Because we know the reference line, that is A and B. Okay. So this particular entire process, their entire process of ranging is done with the help of ranging rod. So you can see here, a person here is holding a ranging rod, and he will be directing the person intermediate to form number of points in this line, in this AB line. Okay. Okay, and so if there is no obstacles and if there is no issues with the formation of your chain line and ranging, you can go for direct ranging. What will happen if there is an obstacle in the range line? Okay, so if you want to perform, if you want to develop a new point in between a pre-existing point, say for example in this case we already had a point A and B here, and you need to form a point M and N in this straight line. So here the A and B are the pre-existing point, and we need to form a new point M and N in the same range line. So due to obstacle, the person standing at A cannot able to visualize B directly through his naked eye. Okay, so what we will be doing, he will be adopting indirect ranging. Okay, so in indirect ranging, the persons performing ranging will need assistance of two more person. So let's name them M1 and N1. Okay, so now the person at A directs M1 and N1 to stand parallel to M and N in a visible range. Okay, so they will be standing in such a way that the line of standing should be parallel to M and N, and they should have a clear visibility of person at A and person at B. Okay, so now the person at M1 faces B and direct N1 to come in the line of sight M1B. Okay, the person standing at M1 direct the person N1 to come in the line of sight M1 and B. Okay, so this particular N1 after reaching the new point take up the name N2. Now this N2 faces A, direct M1 to come in line of sight N2A. Okay, and this particular M1 will be taking the new name M2. Now the M2 and N2 will be repeating the process again and again to take up the new name M3, N3, M4, N4, etc., etc., etc. So process will be continuing till any one of the visibility of A or B is affected, and this then the last point that is formed is taken as the final position of M and N, and so this is the process of indirect ranging. So indirect ranging is not a very accurate method, so it is just an approximate method to locate an approximate position of M and N. Okay, so that's it about the indirect ranging. So hope all you understand about chaining and ranging, that is basics of chaining and ranging. So herewith I am ending up this class. So if you have any doubts, you can rewatch the video again, and still if you have any doubt, you can contact me personally. Thank you.